A calm beginning creates a controlled life. The alarm rings softly, not aggressively, not urgently, just enough to pull you out of sleep. Your eyes open halfway. Your body is still heavy. Your thoughts are unformed. And almost without awareness, your hand reaches for the phone. The screen lights up instantly. Messages, notifications, headlines, other people's urgency. Before your feet touch the floor, your attention is already gone. Before you choose the day has already chosen for you. Nothing dramatic happened. No mistake. No failure. And yet this is the exact moment most people quietly lose control of their lives. Not later. Not during a major decision. But here, before the day even begins. This moment plays out every morning across America. In small apartments in New York, quiet suburbs in the Midwest, fast-moving cities in California, and early rising towns in Texas. Different lives. Same silent pattern. 1. The first 5 minutes decide the whole day. The loss does not happen at noon. It happens in the first few minutes of the morning, when the mind is open and undefended. This is when habits speak louder than goals. The body moves before the mind decides. What feels like a harmless reflex becomes a powerful psychological command. That command tells your brain whether you are leading your life or reacting to it. Most people do not lose the day through failure. They lose it through unconscious surrender. They let noise enter before clarity forms. They let urgency replace intention. Once this pattern begins, it runs automatically. The mind becomes busy without direction. Emotions activate without stability. Energy drains without meaningful progress. By mid-morning, exhaustion appears without real effort. Control disappears quietly, not violently. And most people never notice when it happened, only how the day feels later. 2. Why modern days feel overwhelming so quickly. People blame stress, deadlines, traffic, emails, and responsibilities. That explanation feels reasonable. But it avoids the real issue. The day defeats people because they enter it emotionally unprepared. Preparation is not about planners or productivity apps. It is about emotional readiness. Without emotional readiness, everything feels urgent. Small problems feel personal. Minor resistance feels overwhelming. Dale Carnegie understood that confidence collapses when emotional control disappears. Without control, even simple demands feel heavy. Prepared minds move steadily. Unprepared minds rush blindly. Rushing creates mistakes. Mistakes create regret. Regret erodes self-respect. And over time, self-respect determines how life responds to you. 3. Morning is not a clock time. It is a mental environment. Early morning is not just an hour on the clock. It is a mental environment. A calm mind experiences time as spacious. A rushed mind experiences time as an enemy. Who enters your awareness first sets the emotional tone of the entire day. Noise creates defensiveness. Silence creates presence. Presence allows choice. Choice restores authority. Authority calms the nervous system. Carnegie believed inner alignment always comes before outer success. Without alignment, achievement feels hollow. With alignment, pressure becomes manageable. Morning silence creates space for alignment. That space becomes an invisible advantage in a loud world. 4. The core rule. Lead yourself before the world leads you. The rule is simple but powerful. Begin your day deliberately, not defensively. Defensive mornings create defensive reactions. Deliberate mornings create directed lives. Most people wake up guarding themselves against stress, expectations, and pressure. But when you wake with intention, you lead yourself. And self-leadership is the foundation of all leadership. Carnegie taught that influence begins inward. You cannot guide others while emotionally reacting. You cannot project calm while living in inner chaos. Deliberate beginnings reduce inner conflict. Reduced conflict frees mental energy. Freed energy sharpens focus. Focus improves communication. Communication builds trust. Trust multiplies influence. All of this begins before emails arrive. Before news headlines appear. Before the world speaks. 5. Why this rule matters in American life today. Modern American culture rewards speed but punishes instability. Fast replies are applauded. Calm judgment lasts longer. People burn out not from hard work, but from emotional overload. Constant stimulation weakens attention. Weak attention damages decisions. Damaged decisions create stress loops. Early mornings interrupt those loops. They slow the inner pace even if the outer world stays fast. Carnegie valued clarity over urgency. Clarity protects against regret. Clarity strengthens self-trust. Self-trust builds confidence. Confidence stabilizes behavior. Stable behavior earns respect. Respect improves relationships. And relationships, at work, at home, and in society, define quality of life. 6. Calm is strength under control, not passivity. Calm is not weakness. It is authority without tension. Calm people see more clearly. They hear what others miss. They are difficult to manipulate. Carnegie observed that calm people are rarely rushed into poor decisions. They are not easily provoked. They do not panic under pressure. Early mornings train this calm naturally. The nervous system resets. Thoughts organize instead of collide. Emotions settle instead of surge. Impulsive reactions decrease. Quiet strength begins to form. And quiet strength commands respect. In meetings, relationships, and moments of conflict. 7. Discipline works only when it respects you. Discipline built on self-punishment never lasts. It creates resistance, not growth. Carnegie believed discipline should reinforce dignity. Waking early should feel like self-respect, not self-violence. Respectful discipline builds inner trust. Trust reduces internal debate. Less debate creates consistency. Consistency strengthens identity. Identity guides behavior automatically. Harsh routines cause burnout. Burnout destroys progress. Sustainable growth requires compassion. Early mornings practiced with respect deepen self-connection. That connection builds resilience. 8. The invisible psychological shift that changes everything. Promises kept in silence carry weight. Each early morning strengthens inner credibility. Inner credibility stabilizes emotions. Stable emotions improve judgment. Judgment shapes behavior. Behavior determines outcomes. Early rising becomes a daily vote for reliability. Reliability builds peace. Peace sharpens awareness. Awareness improves presence. Presence deepens conversations. Deeper conversations build trust. Trust strengthens relationships. This shift is invisible, but life-altering. Nothing announces it. Life simply responds differently to you. 9. Early mornings and emotional intelligence. Emotional intelligence begins with self-awareness. Early mornings create space to observe yourself. Without noise, emotions surface clearly. Patterns become visible. Triggers are recognized early. Awareness reduces overreaction. Reduced overreaction improves communication. Better communication prevents unnecessary conflict. Less conflict preserves energy. Carnegie emphasized understanding before being understood. Early mornings cultivate this naturally. Listening deepens. Empathy strengthens. Relationships stabilize. Decisions improve. Life feels calmer, clearer, and more controlled. Early mornings are not about productivity tricks. They are about reclaiming authority over your attention. They are about choosing clarity before chaos. 10. Why rushed mornings create hostile days. Rushed mornings overload the nervous system before the day has even begun. That overload reduces patience long before the first challenge appears. Reduced patience increases irritability, even over small inconveniences. Irritability damages communication. Tone sharpens. Listening weakens. Assumptions replace understanding. Damaged communication creates misunderstanding. Misunderstanding breeds unnecessary conflict. Conflict drains emotional and mental energy. Energy loss weakens performance across the entire day. Weak performance damages confidence. Confidence loss increases anxiety. Anxiety accelerates rushing even further. This creates a closed loop of pressure and reaction. Most people live inside this loop without realizing it. Early mornings break this cycle at its source. They slow the nervous system before stimulation begins. They restore regulation before pressure arrives. Regulation restores calm. Calm prevents unnecessary damage. And a calm beginning protects the entire day from becoming hostile. 11. Character is built when no one is watching. Character is not formed through visibility. It is formed through consistency. Private discipline builds inner alignment. Alignment strengthens self-respect. Self-respect guides behavior naturally, without force. Carnegie believed integrity must be practiced unseen. Early mornings provide that testing ground. No applause. No validation. No recognition. Only commitment. Commitment strengthens resolve. Resolve builds reliability. Reliability earns trust. Trust defines character. Character shapes reputation. Reputation does not come from words. It follows behavior. And behavior always begins in private decisions made early in the day. 12. From habit to identity. At first, waking early feels like something you do. It feels intentional. Sometimes uncomfortable. Sometimes forced. But repetition changes meaning. Over time, it becomes who you are. Repeated actions send identity signals to the mind. Each early morning quietly says, "I am prepared." That message compounds daily. You stop seeing yourself as reactive. You stop feeling late to your own life. Grounded people move differently. They are not desperate for outcomes. They trust their process. Process-driven people last longer. Longevity builds mastery. And mastery creates calm confidence that does not need explanation. 13. The shift from reaction to direction. Reaction feels busy but produces little. It creates motion without meaning. Early mornings create space for direction. Direction feels calm, not rushed. Direction chooses instead of reacts. Once direction becomes familiar, reaction feels uncomfortable. You begin noticing when something pulls you off center. Awareness replaces impulsiveness. You pause instead of panicking. You respond instead of snapping. You choose instead of defending. This is emotional maturity. And emotional maturity earns respect naturally. Not through dominance, but through stability. 14. Influence begins with inner stability. Carnegie taught that influence is presence, not force. People trust those who feel internally stable. Stability cannot be faked under pressure. It is revealed when things go wrong. Early mornings train stability daily. Silence strengthens awareness. Awareness improves judgment. Judgment sharpens communication. Clear communication builds trust. Trust creates influence. Influence is not announced. It is felt. And it is born in private long before it appears in public. 15. Confidence that does not need approval. There is loud confidence and quiet confidence. Loud confidence seeks validation. Quiet confidence stands without permission. Early mornings build the quiet kind. You stop chasing approval. You stop over-explaining yourself. Your confidence becomes grounded. It does not rise and fall with opinions. It does not collapse under criticism. Quiet confidence is hard to shake. It does not perform. It simply exists. This confidence comes from promises kept to yourself. Daily, invisible promises. And nothing builds self-trust faster than honoring them. 16. The long-term effect on decision-making. Calm minds see options clearly. Rushed minds see only pressure. Early mornings regulate emotion before decisions are required. You stop choosing from fear. You stop reacting to urgency. Fewer emotional decisions mean fewer regrets. Fewer regrets reduce internal stress. Lower stress improves physical health. Better health improves energy. Energy improves consistency. Consistency shapes outcomes. This is not dramatic change. It is quiet, compound growth. and compound growth reshapes entire lives. 17. A different relationship with time. Most people feel chased by time. They live as if the day is always ahead of them. Early mornings reverse that relationship. The day meets you prepared. You feel less behind, less pressured, less reactive, more present. Time becomes something you manage, not fear. Reduced anxiety improves focus. Improved focus increases effectiveness. Effectiveness builds confidence. Confidence reinforces calm. This loop strengthens daily, and it compounds. 18. The quiet leadership of prepared people. Leadership is not volume. Leadership is reliability. Prepared people are steady. They adapt without panic. They reset daily instead of carrying yesterday forward. They process privately. They stabilize themselves before engaging the world. Others follow what feels safe and grounded. This is leadership without noise. Leadership without force. It does not demand attention. It earns trust. And trust always follows preparation. Early mornings are not about productivity. They are about preparedness. Prepared people suffer less unnecessary pain. They respond instead of react. They lead instead of following emotion. They move with purpose. They speak with clarity. They live with self-respect. This is not a routine. This is a way of living. If this message helped you think differently, subscribe for more calm, practical wisdom rooted in real life and timeless principles. Thank you for watching. Thank you for reflecting. And thank you for being part of this amazing community.